Healthy lifelong eating habits are established from a young age. Therefore, it is important to encourage healthy eating as early as possible. The 8th of April 2021 saw the introduction and implementation of the new Food and Drink in Schools 2020 regulations. The new regulations are aligned with the Scottish Dietary Goals and the Scottish Government's Healthy Weight Delivery Plan to halve childhood obesity by 2030. It centres around 4 key themes, including the provision of healthier school meals. This video will provide you with an overview of the regulations that Tayside contracts adhere to. Here is an overview of the 14 food and drink standards, covered by the regulations, that will be discussed to give you a further understanding around the food used for school meals. Savoury snacks. At lunchtime, only savoury crackers, plain oatcakes and breadsticks may be provided. At other times of the day, such as after school clubs or tuck shops, plain crackers, oatcakes and breadsticks may be provided, as well as pre-packaged savory snacks such as popcorn, as long as they comply with the savory snack criteria for pack size, fat, saturated fat, salt and sugar content. Breakfast cereals. All breakfast cereals used for baking and breakfast clubs must comply with the criteria set out with limits on sugar and salt content. Confectionery. No confectionery can be offered or used in recipes. This includes marshmallows, chocolate and sugar strands. Oily fish. We must provide oily fish at least once every 3 weeks. Oily fish includes salmon, which can be included in fish cakes and fish pie to achieve this standard. Fruit and vegetables. At least 2 portions of vegetables and 1 portion of fruit must be offered every day. We achieve this by offering vegetables with every main meal, providing a variety of salads in your salad bars, and offering a fruit selection with every meal. Red processed meat. There is a set amount of red processed meat that can be provided over the course of a week. Red processed meat items include beef or pork meatballs, sausages, beef burgers and ham. The red processed meat totals are calculated as menus are developed, to ensure compliancy with this standard. For example, if in 1 week we were to serve steak pie, traditional mince and a ham sandwich all on the same week, this would equal 132 grams, which is within both the limits. Pre-fried and deep-fried food. Any item that has been fried by the manufacturer or at kitchen level counts towards this standard, and fried foods are allowed a maximum of 3 times a week. The number of fried items on a menu is taken into consideration as menus are being developed. Chips can also only be served as part of a meal. Oils and spreads. Oils and spreads must be high in unsaturated fat, as it is a healthier type of fat. The oils and spreads used within school meals are selected to ensure we comply with this standard. Salt and condiments. No salt can be offered or provided to pupils. It may only be added to foods during the cooking process, when within a recipe, and not after the cooking process. The salt content of recipes is included in the nutritional analysis of menus, therefore there is a restriction on the amount of salt used. Condiments may be provided in no more than 10 milliliter portions, and when available to pupils, they are included within recipes such as for burgers and nuggets. There is a restriction on the amount of sauce that may be offered due to its high salt and sugar content. Breads. All breads must contain a minimum of 3 grams of fiber per 100 grams. We have a range of breads, rolls and wraps that comply with this standard. Pastry and pastry products. Pastry and pastry products must not be provided more than twice per week. This covers school lunch and other times of the school day. Drinks. Only milk and water can be provided as drinks. Sweetened baked products and desserts. Desserts are only permitted a maximum of 3 times a week and must contain 15 grams or less of sugar per portion. The aim of this standard is to reduce the amount of sugar and fat consumed by children and young people. Any items served outside of lunch must be reduced in sugar, fat and saturated fat content. Sweetened yogurts and other milk-based desserts. Yogurts and any milk-based desserts such as rice pudding must contain limited amounts of sugar and fat, and can weigh no more than 125 grams, no more than 10 grams of total sugar per 100 grams, and no more than 3 grams of fat per 100 grams. Menu balance. We are often asked questions about menu choices, but as you will have learned, we're governed by legislation which restricts menu choices simply for the benefit, health and well-being of children and young people. During the menu development process, there are many considerations to take into account, including the food and drink regulations, popular choices, healthy choices and operational issues, such as freezer or oven space. Each time a new menu is developed, the food and nutrition team nutritionally analyze daily and weekly, to ensure Tayside Contracts is fully compliant in providing nutritionally balanced menus. The Scottish Government monitors the school meals service provided through inspections, by Education Scotland's health and nutrition inspectors, to ensure compliancy throughout Scotland.